a female Gambian, a female African, with a male Tubab. In what way?
They just
They don't even try to find out.
Yeah.
Why is it the Tubab giving her money? You must not ask. You don't care because you need the money, and let the money come by all means. That is a serious, very, very serious matter. Who is this Tubab? What type of life was he engaged before? Where is he coming from? Is he physically healthy? Do we know whether he carries any disease that could be transferred, particularly sexually transmittable diseases? You will not know. You don't even care. So eventually, because of the quest for money, let money come by all means, this syndrome could lead to the destruction of a whole household if they are not careful.
Yeah.
And I think society has a very, very, very big responsibility, particularly Muslims and non-Muslims, religious societies, big responsibility to address this matter. So the principle is very obvious.
Okay.
If the money that Tubab is giving to the woman is because he is playing sexually with her, that is zina.
Yeah.
Zina is either adultery or fornication, depending on the marital status of the individual. If the individual has never married before, it becomes fornication. But if the individual has married before, even if it is divorced, it becomes adultery. And they are all haram.
Okay.
They are all haram, definitively. And the money earned out of it is haram. Money cannot be used for any Islamic purpose. Wallahu alam.
Okay. Now we move to another part of it, which is someone says it's a hairdresser. But before we go there, viewers, you can still send your text messages to 9050200, 9050200. Inshallah, we'll forward the text to a doctor and he'll answer them. This guy is a hairdresser, and as he understands from the hadith of the Holy Prophet that Allah cursed the one who joins here, you know, and on whose head it has been joined. Now she said she does it to earn a living because her husband is not employed and she is the breadwinner of the family. Islamically, will it be accepted for her, or will the rules be banned for her? And you please like to tell the dear viewers not to call the mobile number because we cannot pick it. Just send a text message, inshallah, doctor will get it. Yeah.
You see, you yourself said it some time ago, Abubakar, in this discussion, once a particular practice is defined as prohibited, who am I? If Prophet Muhammad like the hadith you have read, you have correctly read, say it, who am I to say otherwise? So the thing is, you either ignore the teaching of Islam, ignore the teaching of Prophet Muhammad, ignore the teaching of the Holy Quran, and do what you want to do. And then you must be honest enough to be prepared to face the consequences in this world and in the hereafter. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
There must be consequences. You must be prepared to face them.
Okay.
Here in this world and in the hereafter. Okay. There are many calamities happening. It's as a result of sins that people are committing in this world. Okay. And no one knows what awaits for them in the hereafter. And that is why it is always safe. You know, out of job, yes, it's good that you go and work. Islam has got no problem with women working. Women can go and work properly. Okay. But how many options and opportunities are there? Okay. Why would one choose to sell ham or how to call it, wine or alcohol? Okay. There are other professions. Why would one choose prostitution?
There are a lot of things to do, yeah.
And like somebody was saying that if you see some our people when they go to outside the country, they do domestic work. There's nothing wrong with domestic work. If you can do domestic work in Europe, why can't you do it in the Gambia? It's the same.
It's all the same.
You make lawful earning, decent living, decent and respectable, living out of it. Okay. Allah, Allah.
Doctor, another aspect here which is very, very significant is, especially at official level, is procurement. Yeah. Naturally, people who are involved in procurement, you know, you have to buy a car for Dr. Senghor. The car is costing 500,000. You know, and I said this car is costing 600,000. I pay you 600,000, and he said, "Okay, you are a good friend." He gives me back the 500,000.
Well, it depends. If the actual price of the car is 500,000, it's 600,000, and true is 600,000, and that's what you pay. And after paying the money to the car seller, out of his own choice, his own generosity, his own will, he take money. No matter how substantial the amount, no matter how substantial the amount, and said, take money, part of it, and say, "This is for you, Abu Bakr. You are my friend."
You take that?
There's nothing wrong with this.
That's acceptable in Islam.
But is this the way that they do it? If it happens this way, because he knows that the car is not your car, the money is not your money. You are an agent. You are being sent, or you are, let's say, a staff of the state.
Yeah, but you are the one who discuss the price.
That's what I'm saying. You go and negotiate and buy. Everything is transparent. Everything is in accordance with the reality on the ground.
From the surface.
Yes. You buy the car. There's no cheating, no deception. You buy the car according to the normal price. You do the transaction. But out of his own generosity, and people do. That is gift. That is gift. Gift is a lawful source of income.
But some scholars.
What is haram is what is the other way around. Like you go and negotiate. Yes, the price is 100,000. Is 600,000. But you negotiate with the dealer, with the seller. That look, let's on paper keep 600,000, but you will reduce it for me to 500,000. So when I pay you 600,000, you give me 100,000 plus a receipt of 600,000. This is deceptive. Deception. This is haram. It's lying. They are lying. You understand? This is different from the scenario that you have given before. The picture that you have painted is when somebody out of his own generosity gives you something. That I give you, this is my gift from me to you.
Okay.
What is wrong with this? But if you make it a condition, and make it a deal, that's where the problem comes.
Some scholars argue that if you render a service that you should render, if you render a service that's obligatory upon you, if someone gives you something after you shouldn't take it.
Yeah, but this service, it is very difficult to define this service as obligatory between you because there are other dealers too.
Yeah.
You could have gone, it is not binding. You are not obliged to go at a particular dealer unless, like the case we have now under our GPPA regulations, that there are certain conditions that you must follow. And you cannot go against the regulations. But insofar as you fulfill the regulations, you do what you are supposed to do, but somebody that you are dealing with out of his generosity, when people do exchange gifts on a normal, on a daily basis, out of his or her own generosity, he takes out of what he or she owns and gives it to you for the sake of God in a very transparent manner, and there is nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Someone said football.
Well,
the earnings from football.
Well, it depends on whether football is haram or is halal. And I think football is a very controversial issue today. I have not seen any definitive